it's going to get your name out there anyway. Word of mouth will travel back to you. You'll always get the referral. And in the end, you'll see your business grow. Welcome to the Other 99% podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Duck, a coffee-loving direct sales enthusiast who's obsessed with a good digital system. Come join me for a realistic look into the world of direct sales. We'll explore inspiring perspectives, learn about unique business tips, and celebrate success stories that often go untold. Because on the other 99%, every seller matters. Hey everyone, it is me, Lisa, and welcome back to another episode of The Other 99%. I'm here with our co-host, Susan Larimer, and we're going to be talking to you guys today about customer appreciation. It's crazy to think like we're actually recording this in the last week of October. It's like time is flying and November is coming up and the busy season is fast approaching. And you know, at the end of the year, I always sat back and thought about, my customers and how they helped me reach so many goals and targets and I had in my business. So I thought so we thought this would be a perfect time to start talking about, little things that you could do to show your customers how much you appreciate them.
Yeah, we have a bunch of ideas. And like we said in our last episode, just take one idea and run with it. So we're hoping to give you some ideas just to show your gratitude and to give back to your customers. And Lisa, I know in Canada, like we have Thanksgiving the end of November, November 28th this year, but when you already had your Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, our Thanksgiving is early October, so
Yeah. So anytime this season, and like Lisa said, maybe it's like the end of the year gratitude give back. But I just love to celebrate my customers in November because it's all about gratitude and Thanksgiving. So we have lots of ideas to do that. So Lisa, do you want to start with your idea?
yeah, I mean this idea we could go and think about. It doesn't always have to be done at Thanksgiving or the end of the year because I know when we were working with the Core 4, we did an event for Mother's Day. So it was just like a girls' night in. Um, and because we're all over the place, like none of us live close together. So we had to do this all virtually. But it was just a way to sort of get our customers together, thank them for being part of our community and do a little something special for them. So we curated, the four of us curated this little box that was sent to them. I think there was a slight charge, but it was just basically to cover the shipping because it would
Right.
have been just like too much. But the actual gifts and products that we put in were like given by us. And it was something from each of our companies. And then for those who were participating, we got together on Zoom and we did a girls' night in. And so we got together. I provided the products to make our extraordinary cheese dip. So first thing we did was we made the dip so that they could be eating while we go. And then I think if I remember correctly, you did a face mask. And then Sammy was with Color Street and she did like some nail strips. So they got to do their nails too. And then Hillary put together a little like a bag, that we put everything together in. So it was like a nice little neat gift to show them our thanks. And you know what, Susan, I still remember back at the ladies who joined us. They loved it. They were having a great time, right? So thinking about something that you could do like that, and it doesn't have to be something where you're charging. It could just be a fun bingo night on Zoom where you're giving away prizes to the winners. It could be something that you're doing through a Facebook Live. I've seen people do fun events where it's just like a big long Facebook Live and they might do pop the balloon or stuff like that, where it's just like, thank you so much for being part of my community. Thank you so much for helping me grow my business, for the referrals you've given me, just to show your customers that they're more than just a number. You don't just reach out to them to say, hey, I have this product on sale. Do you want to buy it?
Right. We all have something in our stash. I mean, I try not to keep a lot of products on hand, but we all have those products and we're like, okay, I don't want them to go to waste. I need to
Mhm.
move them. So use those products as a way to give back and celebrate and have fun contests and giveaways. But I love that idea, and that was so much fun when we did that ladies' night in. And it was fun to get together on Zoom. You've got that community aspect. At one time, everybody had black masks on. They were doing their nails. They were making their dip. It was so much fun. So collaborating with other direct sellers, of other consultants, is always a fun way to do that too, because then you're getting to know other customers from other companies. So yeah, I love that idea. Something else you can do, super simple, the original thank you note. You know, get
Mhm.
out some thank you notes. Maybe they're holiday cards, maybe they're just thank you notes, and maybe looking at your maybe top 10 or top 20 customers from the year and a no strings attached. Lisa and I always like the no strings attached. A no strings attached thank you, like a
Mhm.
heartfelt thank you, maybe some stickers in there, maybe a little tea bag, relax, maybe some candy, but just a no strings attached. Like, I really appreciate your friendship, your business this year, whatever it is you want to say, but just a heartfelt snail mail thank you. I think people would love that.
Yeah. I remember one year I did a 12 days of Christmas event in my VIP community. And I remember like everybody was trying to do the 12 days of Christmas and selling something and this and that. And I'm like, okay, this is not working. It's not working for my customers. It's not working for me. So I did a bit of a spin on it and I did the 12 days of I can't remember. It was like a clever name. I should go look it up. But it's basically I was doing a recipe a day. So it was like holiday recipes. So each day I would drop in the recipe for something that they might be using over the holiday, whether it be cookies or an appetizer or something like that. Some of them were accompanied with a quick video demo of me actually making the items. And then at the end, I was able to put together a e-guide and of all of the things, and that was my gift to my customers, an easy button, an easy way for them to find all of the recipes. I even had it one year where we did a virtual cookie exchange,
Mm,
and it was inside again my Facebook community. And what we did was we had people submit their favorite cookies. So it
oh,
wasn't all about Epicure. And the other people were exchanging their must try holiday cookie recipes. And again, I put it together in a nice little neat booklet, and that everyone got that again. And you know what was the great thing about that? I was able to move people from my Facebook community onto my email list, which is huge because I run my business 100% off of my email list right now. I don't use
yeah,
Facebook,
yeah,
right?
that's
So,
great.
mhm.
Yeah. Something else, this is something I remember going for a walk around this time last year, and I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about customer appreciation. And I always think, we've been with our phone company for over 25 years, and then you see the new customers getting all of the discounts and
Mhm.
paying less than you pay, even though you've been with them for so long. I'm like, that's just not right. People who have been with you the longest should get the bonuses and the cheaper prices or whatever.
Yeah.
So that just put an idea into my head, and I wanted to do a customer appreciation for the customers who have been with me since 2014 when I started with lemongrass. So I'm thankful for our back office. We can run very specific reports. So I ran reports, every year, and I looked at those people who have purchased at least once with me for the last 11 years, 10 years. It was last year that I did it. So for 10 years, these people have purchased with me every single month. So I created a list. There were about 15 people, and I got together a little sampling bag just like this. Well, it's going to be blurry. Lemongrass has these cute little holiday samples. I just got mine for this year. So inside it has 3 samples. There's a lotion, peppermint stick lotion, and there's mix and match, so some of them are different. There's a clementine and clove body butter, candy cane, and there's a Mary Berry body polish. So 3 different trial sizes, which are pretty good sizes. I got little organza bags from Amazon. Of course, this packaging, I think we all have this all over our house somewhere from some other gift. I always keep it all. So I did not tell my customers they were getting this, but those 15 customers, and then I got these on Amazon, a bubble mailer,
Mhm.
little like ugly sweater design. I printed out a thank you on holiday paper, so I put that all together in a gift, and it was right before Thanksgiving that they received this little gift bag. And again, no strings attached. They were my products, but this is the bonus. And I think I talked about this in another episode too. When people started smelling these lotions and products from our holiday, they're like, oh, I want the full size of that. So people did end
Mhm.
up ordering full size. That was not my intention. My intention was just to bless them with this gift. And like I said, I didn't tell them that they were receiving them. So then like a week or so after I sent them, I started getting messages like, "Oh my gosh, did you send this? This is so thoughtful. Thank you so much." And it was just my way of, giving back and saying thank you. So this year, I think I'm going to do my top 10 customers from this year. So those
Mhm.
customers who purchased the most from me, I ran reports and I have a list right over here of 10 customers who are going to be getting this little gift from me this year. So just a fun, unexpected gift means a lot.
Mhm. Yeah, I love that. And I mean, it doesn't have to be so elaborate either. It's like some of you listening might not be able to afford to do the shipping and the products and stuff like that, but you could still make your customers feel special by going back to what Susan said in a handwritten note. So why not take your top 10 customers and send them a nice holiday gift card? It could be a handmade holiday gift card where maybe you're supporting another direct seller or another seller in maybe Stamping Up or something like that, where you can gift a card. And here's a tip, because I know Jen Bach always told us, if you ever share a handmade card with someone, don't write in it. Put your message on a sticky note and put the envelope inside of another envelope so that they can actually use that card as a gift and they can regift it to someone else. So like you're giving a gift within a gift. So I love that because yeah, even though your customers would love it, and if you have the capacity to do those bags, it's amazing and an amazing impact. But don't think I always just want to say that because I don't want you to think, well, I can't do that because I can't afford it. There's always ways that you can work these ideas that we're giving you into your business that won't cost you that much, right? Because we all know that shipping is crazy prices.
I know.
All
So
right.
another idea I love is the voice message or a video message. How easy is it to record a quick little video on your phone, record it, just a thank you, and you can have it written down, so that you say everything you want to say, or you can just, if you're super cool, you can just make it up as you go along. But just hey, it's me, Susan. I just want to say thank you so much for being with me this year, for supporting my small business. I hope you and your family have an amazing holiday. And that's it. Not hey, if you want to order from me, reply to this message, but just leave it at the thank you. And they get to see your face, they get to hear your voice, and I think I'm definitely going to incorporate that into my thank yous this year, because I think that would mean so much more than even just a text or a message. I love that.
Yeah, no, just playing off of what you said because you know where my mind goes, right? Tackle, how can we make that improve that or make it like better? But just think about doing a holiday gift card in video style. So going on Canva, designing a fun holiday graphic, and then if you go and do it as a presentation, you can
Mm,
have yourself in the bottom of the corner while it's playing like holiday music, and there's like holiday, maybe there's a fun wintry scene happening in the background, and you're just like
yeah,
saying thank you so much, and you just upload it to YouTube even, and you could either make it public or make it unlisted, and then just share that link with your customers and say, this is just a special holiday message for my valued customers, right? I mean,
yeah.
just think about things on how you can make it like so unforgettable, I guess is the word, right?
You
It's like,
remember those there was a I don't know if I can say it right. I don't know if it's Jib Jive, and that
and
put your face
yes,
into,
the
like, an
jib,
elf
yeah,
or something, and they were
yeah,
dancing. Like, those were hilarious.
yeah,
So we'll have to put a link in the, description down there to the Jib Jive because I think it's free, and you can
yeah.
put a message with it. Um, but those were hilarious. That is unforgettable.
Yeah. Yeah, you see those, especially at this time of the year, you'll see them popping up on Facebook and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it's like, "Wait a minute, that's my face. They put my face in there."
Funny. Or the baby ones. You made a
Yeah.
message for me with the baby face, and oh my gosh,
That was
those
all
always make me
AI. Yeah, that was definitely all AI. I just pulled in a snippet from our one of our podcast episodes, and I put us as babies, and yeah, that was so cute. I
it
was
was
I was
so
giggling.
cute.
All right. So there's another thing that we could do for our customers. And this is, I mean, people talk about this all the time, and that's a gift with purchase. Now, many times our customers will have or not our customers, but our companies will have this where they're offering a gift with purchase to increase sales, especially around this time of year. It shows appreciation, but it also increases your sales. So think about that. Is there an opportunity for you to offer your customers a gift with purchase for a set dollar amount that they spend, or maybe there's a specific product, sorry, that you're trying to promote or share or make sure everybody tries. Well, maybe if they buy that product, they get this little gift for free. And the gifts don't need to be elaborate. It could be something where you're pulling it off. Maybe it's something, a sample that you might have in available through your back office. Maybe it's a little something that you've purchased from Amazon. Maybe it's even a $5 coffee card, right?
Yeah,
Just to show your appreciation. It takes that little bit of money out of your commissions that you're making off of that product, but it goes a long way because your customers are like, "Wow, that means a lot because they gave me that extra special gift," right?
yeah. Or it could be a free download too. It could be something virtual that you're giving to them, like a cookbook or the cookie recipes, or, make a purchase in December and you'll get these cookie recipes. So it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a physical object either.
Yeah. And
We
I
do.
love that. I love that because, there's a lot of things that we do in our business on a daily basis that we just think this is just, I'm obligated to do it. This is just part of my business. But if you were to look at the whole company, I can guarantee there's not a lot of consultants, ambassadors, affiliates, whatever you call yourself, that are doing the things that you're doing. So those little things like the cookbook that you've put together, or maybe it's a skincare tip guide, or maybe it's how to um I know you had something about white noise or brown noise or something like that, like a little guide about something like that that you're just giving as a little extra offer to your
Yep.
customers to make them understand why you're the one to shop with,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. We always want to stand out. So, what about a partner with a purpose? So, we all have, maybe someone is undergoing cancer treatment, or maybe someone is adopting a child. Maybe someone is connected to an organization and you've been feeling like you want to give back and help them. So, you can partner with someone locally or anywhere, and just kind of say, hey, I want to partner with you and do a fundraiser with you. So that can be through products. It can be through, giving a portion of your commission or fundraising financially with them. But think about how you can give back that way too. I feel like everybody has, something that they're struggling with or dealing with, and it gets kind of heavy, especially this time of year. This can be a very lonely time of year too. It can also be a time of year where people are financially strapped and they're overspending and they
Mhm.
just need a little bit of help. So, partnering, Toys for Tots is always something that you can partner with. Look at some kind of charity or organization and see how you can bring your community of customers and supporters in supporting a different organization. People are very willing and excited to give back this time of year too. So I love that, partnering with a purpose.
Yeah. And I always recommend if you're gonna put it out there that you're representing a company or like a group that's doing fundraising, try to connect with them first and make sure they're aware that you're setting this up to help them. It just gives you more credibility because you would hate for them to say, "Hey, what are you doing here? Like, what's going on?" And something I just wanted to share because I reached out to our local food bank one year that I was going to do a fundraiser, and they I was shocked, but they declined my offer because I couldn't guarantee that I would be able to raise enough of the product to give to everyone who attended
Mm,
the like for the food bank. And that sort of shocked me, but I I'm glad I reached out and asked before I did it, because what would happen if I got my name out there and then all of a sudden I had the food bank reach out to me and say, "Well, we didn't approve this," and
yeah.
it looks kind of bad on you. So just make sure that you have everything in place. Don't just put a post up saying, "Hey, I'm raising funds for this cause," without checking into it before you do it. But it is a great way. I know that you guys do your what is it called? The pampered
Adopt a
feet,
grandparent or the Freedom Feet.
freedom feet. That's it. I'm
Freedom
pampered
Feet.
Pete. You do you do those, and then there's what's going on right now is like the pink box of some
Yeah,
sort.
pink
Yeah.
balm. Yeah, same idea, and we partnered with our local, Shore Memorial Hospital, their cancer center,
Mhm.
and it was a lot of, like, back and forth because we didn't know each other. So it was us introducing ourselves and the product we had to offer, but same with you. I mean, we had to get the product approved, and the doctor
Mhm.
said, "I have patients undergoing cancer treatment. I'm not just gonna give them some Dollar Tree product with carcinogens in it." So he
Right.
said, "I need to know the ingredients in this pink balm." So I'm like, "Absolutely." And I was so impressed by that, that the doctor cares so much about his patients that he really wanted a quality product. So I sent him the list of all of the ingredients, and it was the next day he got back. He said, "I am thoroughly impressed with these ingredients. Absolutely. Let's go ahead." So we were able to donate, I think we did 50 balms last year. This year, my order's coming in on Tuesday. 60 balms are going to cancer patients. And again, no strings attached. The nurses
Mhm.
just get to hand them out as they feel a need. If someone's having a down day, like, here, like, someone is thinking of you. This is from the community. This is something that's really going to help your skin. It smells good. It's relaxing. It's just this therapeutic little balm. Have them right up here. I just got a couple of them. Cute little balm,
Mhm.
and, just a thinking of you gift. And we got such great feedback throughout the year as those balms continued to be handed out. The patients just loved it. They felt thought of. It was something unexpected, something they've never tried before. And it was such a great community event. And then, next year, which is now, she's like, "Okay, are we going to partner again?" Absolutely, and it kinda grows and grows each year, and now the community is like, "Oh, I remember that from last year, like, I wanna donate." So,
Yeah.
yeah, and it just feels good. It feels good to drop off, 60 balms and say, "This is our gift to you." Use them how you feel there's a need, and just bless your patients. They're going through such a hard time right now. This is just one little, thinking of you gift. So, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. And I always say, so some of the things that you do or that we suggest to do in your business isn't always going to result in a sale. And
Mm-mm.
that's not our intention. Our intention is never to, put something out there to make money from it. Our intention is to do good in the community. It's going to get your name out there anyway. Word of mouth will travel back to you. You'll always get the referral. In the end, you'll see your business grow. When I donated stuff, and I always used to cringe when I seen other consultants donate Epicure products with their shopping label or reorder label plastered across the front of the package. When I donate anything to a food bank or anything like that, I might slip a little card in that says, thank you with my name. Never any like shop my website or anything like that. I never put any kind of sticker. And I know that people might be listening to that and saying, wow, what a missed opportunity.
Mm,
But my intentions when I go into that was never to sell, sell, sell. My intentions were to provide value, provide the community with something that they might be lacking. So it's totally up to you how you want to present it. If you want to put your little sticker on it, I would just be mindful of what it says. If it just says your name and your website, totally fine. But I used to hate seeing those little labels that say to reorder or to place your order because you're especially when you're giving to the food bank, like you're giving to people in need. They don't exactly have the money to support your business. So just be mindful of
yeah,
when you're giving things out,
I
right?
agree, but I'm gonna disagree also. Just because and I'm glad we did put our labels on it, and it was our name, our website, maybe email, because people, when they ran out, they wanted more.
Right, but you put it wasn't specific to shop now. It wasn't reorder. Right,
Was
it's
our name and, it was a partnership with my teammates, so she donated 10, so she will have her name and information on 10, like, find me, you know yeah.
yeah, if you
So
love the
yeah,
product,
watch right,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So I'm just saying be mindful of the verbiage, the words that you're
yeah,
using on these
yeah,
things, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it always just made me cringe and especially plastered like the Epicure packages, right? Plastered right across on the picture. It's like reorder now and I'm like, "Oh my god, no." I'm
Yeah.
so
Well,
dainty anyway. It's like that would drive me crazy. If somebody sold me a product that had
yeah.
their label stuck on there, I would be like, no, no, I'd have to rip it off. But that's just me. So I mean, we could talk a little bit about customer spotlights.
Mm,
So this can go in so many different ways. You have your customer spotlights. You could spotlight customers who maybe have supported you in different ways. Doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, they're the highest purchaser. Well, maybe they referred you to a friend or, highlighting people. If you still have your VIP group, highlighting people who always show up, who attend all of your events, just saying thank you. Thank you for being there. Highlighting people who have brought people into the community. There's so many different ways, like, maybe you just wanna do, like, a little Canva slide deck of different, "thank you for," and put their picture, and then just a little thank you for, sharing the community with others, or thank you for, maybe somebody purchases from you every month, or thank you for your monthly support. There could be different ways that you're highlighting and spotlighting customers. You could do this publicly, or you could do this one-on-one, just reaching out with a nice little um, handwritten note, text, email. It could even be something like we suggested before with your video messages, but just saying, "Hey, I just want to make sure that you know that you're seen and you're appreciated, and this is why." Right?
yeah, and if you do it on social media, just be, I guess just, focus on how generous they are. Like, you never wanna say, "Thank you so much, Nancy. You spent $2,000 with me this year. You're my best customer." Nobody
Yeah.
needs to know, like, dollar amounts, but it might just be like, "Hey, I just wanna shout out now Nancy. She is the most generous, customer that I have. She is always giving to my fundraisers," or Something like that. Just kind of be a little vague, but really gush on them too and make them feel appreciated. And you can tag them, and then their friends will see it too. And probably chime in like, oh my gosh, I love Nancy, and Nancy did this for me. And, it can just be a time of focusing on this customer. And, who doesn't love to just
Mhm.
be appreciated and receive all of those lovely messages from their friends.
Yeah. And another thing, I know we talked a bit about this when we were talking about the Mother's Day event at the beginning. But you know how always at the end of the year we want to get together and do some sort of holiday open house or something like that. And sometimes we can't do it in person. If you can, great. These are great things to do to show your appreciation to your customer. Have an event, have no strings attached. I always used to say to my customers, it's a leave your wallet at home event. So just come and enjoy yourself and participate. I used to have food. Well, I was in food, so I always had to have food, right? So I have food and drinks and little door prizes, and people would get an extra gift for bringing a guest in. I know during COVID, I even had appointments. Like I even held open houses by appointment. So people would book their 30-minute time slot to come in, and they get 30 minutes to enjoy themselves and then leave because you couldn't have like a big gathering, right? I even had an outdoor event. We were standing there freezing with hot chocolate, but yeah. Do those things. But think about this on how you could spin this for a virtual event, right? Get together, do like an ugly Christmas sweater a virtual event for your customers where you're getting together, everybody has their ugly Christmas sweater, you're doing a little prize, a contest or something like that. Have a little fun game. I remember when Sammy used to do bingo all the time for her
Ooh.
customers. And it was great because she used to do, it was all based on participation in her group. And it was based on any purchases that you made. You got a bingo card based on that. And you could come and play bingo and you would win prizes. You would like literally win prizes based on this bingo result. And it was all done on Zoom.
And didn't we do a part of that when we were doing our ladies' night in? Didn't we have like a, okay, who can find?
Yes, we had a scavenger hunt.
Yes, I forgot about that. Like, who can
Yep.
find a little clippers first if Sammy was doing the nail portion? Then they all left the Zoom and
And they were
went to their
running.
house, and that
Yeah.
was so much fun.
But they were like, it was the excitement. And it's like they
Yeah,
were all ready. They were ready
yeah.
to,
People
and
get very competitive.
I I remember the one lady brought her stuff into the kitchen. She goes, "'Cause I have most of my stuff in my kitchen." So she was like her computers and she's like, "I'm ready." And she was like ready to go. And it was
Like chairs
funny.
being knocked over and dogs being
Yeah.
stepped on.
But the great thing about that, I also remember that somebody won more than one prize.
Yeah,
And they also said, "You know what? Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
yeah,
Everybody needs to win." And
yeah,
if somebody who didn't win got to win a prize because that person, said, "Hey, I want to spread the love here." So think about think about ways that you can, especially at this time of year, that you could show your appreciation without, like we say, strings attached.
yeah.
Dropping a
Have
little gift.
fun. Focus on fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'd love to hear it if you guys end up doing something virtual. I think your customers will love it. Like you said, we had that great success at that event where they're doing that scavenger hunt and
yeah.
it was
Forgot
just
about that.
amazing. Yeah. But like even thinking back to everybody with their face masks on,
I
it's
know.
like everybody's just sitting there like if they're in their PJs having a sip and it was
I love
great.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then mystery hostess events. I mean, that's something that I do every month. But
Mhm.
if that's not something you do every month, you can think about doing that in November or December. So basically, a mystery hostess event is, you collect all of the orders into one event, and then everybody who makes a purchase in that event gets entered to win the host rewards if you have a host reward company. So my customers love that because they purchase every single month for that. And usually I give away like a $200 shopping spree. So,
Mhm.
and then I, thank everybody, like everybody who made a purchase. Thank you so much for purchasing. Our winner got a $200 shopping spree. And I find that all of my customers, even if they don't win, they are celebrating that person who did win,
Yeah.
knowing that, maybe next month it'll be their time to win. Oh,
Yeah.
that's just an unexpected gift too, because who doesn't love a $200 shopping spree, just for placing a $50 order? Oh,
Yeah.
you can do
I
that.
used to do mine a little differently. I called it a customer appreciation, but I did it monthly like you did as well. But instead of giving away the whole host rewards, they would just receive I called it an epic prize pack. So it was just products that I put together, curated just for them, and it was sent to their door. And it was like, wow, surprise, congratulations. And I had a little twist to mine. So there was no minimum amount to enter into my customer appreciation events, but they had to shop online through my website.
Mm,
So my goal was to get my customer base self-dependent. Like they could do whatever they needed to do. They could reach out to me if they needed help. I would gladly place the order for them. I would gladly help them pick the, products out or whatever, but in order for them to be entered in to win the draw, they would have to place the order directly from my website. That that little event actually took my customers from shopping with me, waiting for orders to be placed once or twice a month. In once you get an amount large enough that you can like split the shipping up, right? To people just placing orders directly online, and it increased my business to where 99% of my customers were shopping through my
mm,
website.
nice.
And there's nothing better than waking up and saying, "Oh, you have an order. Oh, you have an
Yeah.
order." It's like that was the easy button because a little secret, the one thing that I absolutely hated about direct sales was when those orders came to my house and they're sitting in this box and now I have to sort them out. And
Mm,
I was the type of person who I knew if I hated that, I wouldn't want my customer or my host to have to do that. So I really promoted the shop online. So that's how I encouraged the switch in my customer base, was to offer a little extra bonus for doing it. But
yeah. And I've also had consultants tell me that instead of giving people the shopping spree, because usually there's like a time, like, here's a
mhm.
$200 shopping spree. I need your order in 48 hours. So they're like,
Mhm.
frantically trying to order things. So she would purchase or get the products for herself, but then give out a $200 gift certificate. So, she's replenishing her shampoo and conditioner and, skincare with
Mhm.
the free products, but then she is giving them a gift certificate that can be used, whenever, or you can give it a deadline of the next month or whatever. So
Yeah.
there's different ways depending on your company, how your back office works. Like we can't split our host rewards. It has to all go to one home. So some companies,
Yeah, we were able to split them up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't do that.
Yeah, because I know that when I first started, I was doing the full-on mystery host, and I like, Epicure products, they were like 8, 10, $15 products. So if somebody won $200 worth of Epicure, they don't need to shop with you for 6 months, right?
Right,
So
right.
I was just kicking myself in the butt because I'm like throwing my customers away by showing my appreciation to them. So that's where I pivoted to the customer,
Yeah,
the epic box. So
yeah. Yeah, you gotta
yeah.
know your products and your rewards. Make your own decision. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Was anything else that you could think of, Susan, or
I don't know, I think those are the main ones, and, like we said earlier, just take one of the ideas and run with it. Don't think you have to do them all. Just pick one and do it really well, and just focus on customer appreciation, being grateful, being thankful, and giving back. That's my
yeah,
message.
exactly. All right, everyone. Well, I know that you probably picked up one or two takeaways from this episode, and we'd love to hear them. Feel free to comment on this wherever you're watching this. It could be like Apple or Spotify or YouTube, or even send us a message in Instagram or Facebook. We would love to hear from you. And be sure to like and subscribe because we really do want to grow this podcast in 2026. But again, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, and we look forward to seeing you next week on another episode of The Other 99%. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Other 99%. We just want to say thank you. It truly means the world to us that you're here. Lisa and I absolutely love creating these episodes for you, and we're so grateful to have you in our community. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to like, share with a friend, leave a review, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. We drop fresh content every Tuesday. Got thoughts, questions, or ideas? Leave us a comment. Want to be a guest on the show? We would love to chat with you. Apply by clicking the link in the show notes. Thanks again for spending time with us today, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Other 99%.